हमला करने की साजिश है, क्योंकि अगर ये सिर्फ सवाल जवाब की बात होती, अगर ईडी को वास्तविक तौर पर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी से कोई सूचना चाहिए होती तो वो उनको एक क्वेश्चन आयर भेज देते, वो उसका जवाब दे देंगे।
और झारखंड में जो एक्शन चल रहा है
So that's the latest statement coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party, where Atishi Singh is leading that news conference, saying that ED could have well sent a questionnaire to Arvind Kejriwal, this as he has skipped the third summons that have been sent by the ED, the Aam Aadmi Party that continues to allege political vendetta, saying that it is a move also so that Arvind Kejriwal does not campaign in the upcoming elections. Atishi Singh also saying that somewhere Kejriwal does fear arrest, and that is also the reason that they say that a questionnaire could have been sent to Arvind Kejriwal. This as the BJP has now said that Arvind Kejriwal is absconding like a criminal, and what possibly stops from facing the ED and cooperating with the probe.
केजरीवाल घबराए हैं, इसलिए मनी मन कह रहे हैं लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं, क्या किया है भ्रष्टाचार, ईडी के पास जाऊं कैसे। कानून की ताकत, संविधान, जांच एजेंसियों की ईमानदारी आज कट्टर बेईमान अरविंद केजरीवाल पे भारी पड़ रही है। यह सवाल सबके मां है, जो अरविंद केजरीवाल भारत में राजनीति ये कह के आए कि किसी पे आरोप लगे तो इस्तीफा दे दो, उनको पहला समन भेजती है नवंबर 2023 में। अरविंद केजरीवाल स्वयं को सर्टिफिकेट दे के कहते हैं मैं कट्टर ईमानदार हूं। संविधान की आपने शपथ ली है तो चाहिए कि ईडी के पास स्वयं जाएं, खाता और बही दें और दिखाएं कोई भ्रष्टाचार, कोई पाप नहीं किया। लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल को लगता है खाता ना बही, जो भ्रष्टाचारी अरविंद केजरीवाल कहे वो ही सही। एक चिट्ठी लिखते हैं वो, और वो ईडी को कहते हैं कि अपना समन वापस लो। आजाद भारत के इतिहास में ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ होगा कि किसी ने जांच एजेंसी को कहा हो कि मैं तुम्हें आदेश देता हूं। भ्रष्टाचारी पापी अरविंद केजरीवाल ईडी को कहता है कि समन वापस लो। अच्छा, इसके साथ वो ये भी लिखते हैं कि अभी 5 प्रदेशों में विधानसभा चुनाव हैं और मैं बहुत बड़ा नेता हूं, स्टार कैंपेनर हूं, इसलिए मैं इस समन का पालन नहीं करूंगा और मैं चुनाव में व्यस्त रहूंगा। ये बात और है कि आंकड़े कहते हैं कि मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान, छत्तीसगढ़ में नोटा से कम वोट आए उनके, वो आंकड़े पास है। लेकिन मैं उसमें नहीं जाऊंगा, जो आज मुख्य मुद्दा है पे रहेंगे। तो पहली बार अरविंद केजरीवाल केजरीवाल जब थर थर कांपे, घबराए, तो उन्होंने बहाना बनाया चुनाव का। फिर एक और सम्मन दिया गया 21 दिसंबर 2023। इस बार अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कहा, देखिए मैं विपासना योग के लिए जा रहा हूं, मैं नहीं आ पाऊंगा। ये कहना भी होगा केजरीवाल करते नहीं है योग, कर रहे हैं केवल शराब की काली कमाई का भोग। यही सत्य है। उसके बाद एक और समन दिया जांच ईडी ने। आज ये उम्मीद की जा रही थी कि अगर थोड़ी भी मर्यादा अरविंद केजरीवाल है, कानून के प्रति उनका जीवित है, तो वो जाएंगे और सारे प्रश्नों के उत्तर देंगे। तो हमेशा कहते हैं अगर आपने बेईमानी की नहीं तो डरना कैसा। दूध का दूध और शराब की शराब हो जाने दीजिए, सत्य सामने आ जाने दीजिए। लेकिन आज एक और नया बहाना आया। लोकसभा चुनाव है, इसलिए हमें परेशान किया जा रहा है। नहीं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, एक बात आप भी जान लीजिए, जनता ये जान चुकी है आप कट्टर बेईमान हैं। पहला।
And viewers, the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, is opting to once again abstain from appearing for the ED summons for questioning in Delhi excise case. Kejriwal was summoned concerning a money laundering case associated with excise policy. Earlier, the ED had previously issued summons to Kejriwal on November 2nd and December 21st, but he refused to appear before the federal agency on both occasions. AD bloc is calling the summon illegal, but the BJP is asking why Kejriwal is escaping interrogation. Listen to some of the reactions coming in on the story.
केंद्र सरकार ने ये नहीं बताया अरविंद केजरीवाल जी किस हैसियत से बुला रहे हैं। ना वो गवाह है, ना वो अभियुक्त। ईडी ने अब तक साफ नहीं किया। टाइमिंग पे भी सवाल। ठीक लोकसभा के चुनाव से पहले सारे दल और केंद्र सरकार खुद लोकसभा के चुनाव की तैयारी कर रही है। उन चुनावों से पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल गिरफ्तार करने की केंद्र सरकार, ताकि मुख्य लोकसभा चुनाव की कैंपेन में ना जा पाए, उनको जेल कर दिया जाए।
तो चुनाव के पहले से का नोटिफिकेशन करने जा रहे हैं और हेमंत सोरेन के ऊपर के जो सहयोगी है उनके ऊपर इस समय छापा पड़ रहा है और छठे समय आरोप लगाया गया बघेल जी के ऊपर और ईडी के गलत नोटिस गए, भाव डाला गया। वही विपक्ष के साथ और विपक्ष में अर्व भी हैं, तो लीगल है, सोच समझ के लीगल है। यह बात तो सच है कि इन सारी एजेंसियों का अवहेलना करके विपक्ष के ऊपर का ही काम किया।
And hearing out the BJP has now asked, what is Kejriwal? Why is he ducking the summons time and again? Listen in.
निश्चित तौर पर जो लोग राजनीति में आने से पहले ईमानदारी की दुहाई देते थे, आज सबसे बड़ी बेईमान पार्टी आम आदमी पार्टी बनी है। अनेक मंत्री जेल में है, उप मुख्यमंत्री जेल में है। अब भ्रष्टाचार के मामले में ईडी के समन को नकार के नहीं हो रहे हैं। इससे स्पष्ट दिखता है कि कहीं ना कहीं में कुछ खाला है या तो पूरी दाल ही नजर आती है।
जांच एजेंसियां आज बाज बन के ईमानदारी से भ्रष्टाचारियों को काट रही हैं। उनसे जनता की जो गाड़ी कमाई है उसका हिसाब मांग कट्टर अरविंद केजरीवाल जो कभी एक कहते थे कि भारत को खत्म करना है, ये दीमक है। आज भारतीय राजनीति का वो भ्रष्टाचारी दीमक बन गए जिनको ये गलत है कि मैं करूं। संविधान की आपने शपथ ली है तो आपको तो चाहिए कि ईडी के पास स्वयं जाएं, खाता और दिखाएं कि आपने भ्रष्टाचार कोई पाप नहीं किया। अरविंद केजरीवाल लगता है खाता ना वही जो भ्रष्टाचार अरविंद केजरीवाल कहे वो ही सही।
choosing run away from the investment scam. Why is he not cooperating with the summons? What is it here full of? Has he got something to hide? These are important questions. Let's not forget that Mr. Kejriwal is the supreme leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. He heads the government of Delhi as the Chief Minister of Delhi. His colleagues investigated. And Mr. Kejriwal, by not cooperating with the investigation, is sending out perhaps a message to the people, and they will be prone to believe that he has something to hide and he doesn't want the scam to come out. Let's not forget, it is Mr. Kejriwal's government that scrapped the old policy, bought a new policy. In the new policy, an allegations of nepotism came, of favoritism came, of money perhaps exchanging hands, of the fact that the procedure was not followed. They immediately scrapped the so-called good new policy and brought back the old policy. Mr. Kejriwal and his government has much to answer.
Viewers, it's a big bring coming here on public TV. And what we know so far, viewers, is that Republic has accessed Kejriwal's reply to ED. Remember that Kejriwal has once again to abstain from appearing for the ED. For questioning in the league size case, and what we see right now is the top update coming in with the National Party and Delhi Chief Minister again abstain from appearing. As we see that Mr. Kejriwal's reply to ED, we'll tell you exactly what I said so far. Let's take a viewer through exactly what he from what we have got in this. He is saying a surprise that UED have once again worded summons same format as before without giving any response to my earlier replies. We'll put that entire reply on your screen for your viewers. But Kejriwal has replied back to the ED and public entire reply. We'll put that up on the screen for you to take you through exactly what it has said. But remember, huge controversy has already erupted with the Kejriwal missing and skipping the ED summons policy case. This is a third one has gone ahead and he has skipped the ED summons once again for the third time, viewers. So top update coming on Republic TV. Now again and again that Arvind Kejriwal has said that he is willing to cooperate with the ED. They argue that the intent behind the summon is to facilitate his arrest. So he's saying that Aam Aadmi Party has said time and again that he's ready to cooperate with the ED, but the agency's notice is illegal and their intention is to arrest Arvind Kejriwal. So that is what the Aam Aadmi Party has been mentioning about the ED summons. And time and again, Aam Aadmi Party has said the vendetta, but he has accepted the entire note, the reply to the ED, and he has raised some objections. Entire letter which we have got for you. Those objections are on your screen right now, where he has points. He's saying, if I read it out, one of the he has raised, he said, I'm surprised he sent same worded summons in the same format as before without giving any response to my reply. I assume you do not have any valid reason or justification for issuance of the summons. So Kejriwal maintaining the same. Let's go to Harsha, is joining us live. Harsha, you know, the Republic TV's Act entire letter, and he has once again highlighted the same thing again and again. He has no justification for before the ED. Harsha, take us through the details and what else has he said in that letter.
So there's a second summon which was issued by ED to Arvind Kejriwal to appear before the Enforcement Directorate, and there are several the second time where Arvind Kejriwal has responded and is clearly stated this entire politically motivated, and there has not been clearly mentioned that whether he is summoned being a CM of Delhi or as an convener and national president, and it has not been clear, and this summon was just before he left for Vipassana, and therefore because of these things and ED summon politically motivated, therefore he is not coming and he will not appear before Enforcement Directorate. The Enforcement Directorate has to clearly indicate and mention that in the summon that for what reason they are summoning Chief Minister of the land. That is why Arvind Kejriwal is not appearing in front of Enforcement Directorate today. Also, and Shivangi, there is a second summon to enforce to Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi CM, from the Enforcement Directorate. He has not appeared and also stated that it is politically motivated. There is no allegations against Arvind Kejriwal being done just before Lok Sabha 2024 elections to stop Arvind Kejriwal for campaigning in different states, and therefore it is also to disrupt and cause a rift between in the Alliance Party, and that is the reason to stop him from the Lok Sabha. This entire thing is being done by Enforcement Directorate. That is the reason he will not be appearing in front of the agency for the questioning. So he has responded then that through letter, and Shivangi earlier also when the first Enforcement Directorate to Arvind Kejriwal responded through a mail and to ED for not appearing in front of Enforcement Directorate, stating that it is politically motivated. Now we have more wait watch exactly whether there will be any third summon which will be issued to Arvind Kejriwal, or whether ED will take some other steps. Back to you.
Right. So those details coming in right now from let's take a exactly more. Kejriwal has skipped the ED summons. Republic has replied to ED, and these are on your screen. That he is not clear if I'm and the summons appear to be nature of roving inquiry. So, Public TV, where Kejriwal is telling ED once again that no valid reason was given for summons, and this is a matter which is very vague in nature. So that is the topic coming out of Public TV, and as we keep getting more updates, let our viewers exactly what is happening at this point of time. What we see right now is the Kejriwal has also presented four objects. The objection is raised once more. We'll take you through exactly what is happening. But this is the top story that we are tracking for you, Republic TV. So Kejriwal is saying that no response has been given to the earlier letter, and we also seeing that ED is not coming out, maintaining secrecy and silence over why has he been Republic TV, and we are getting you top updates here. So we'll be tracking the story very closely here. Like TV, waiting for more of our reporters and our editors to join and help us understand what is really happening. But has once again given a reply to the ED, and Kejriwal has time and again, through some excuse or the other, not turned up for the ED summons. Viewers, will have a breaking, and we go back to our top story. Republic was reply to the ED, and remember that Kejriwal has now called the summons invalid. The vested interest argument. And once again, skip the ED summons, and he has also here. So that the top story we're tracking right now, Republic TV, where once more we see that Arvind Kejriwal skips ED summons in the excise policy case, and what we see right now is that the entire letter has been accessed by Republic TV. The letter that he has written to the ED. Now he has called the summons illegal, invalid. He has also said and skipped the summons, saying that ED should reply to him, and they to the earlier inquiries that he has sent. He's also saying in Republic Day celebrations, in reply to and ED letter as alleged his reputation. Time and again, has also stood up for his ministers, Aam Aadmi Party ministers, who have been caught in the excise policy radar, who have been under the radar for a bit. He has always said that Aam Aadmi Party is clean and does not indulge in corruption. Even we are seeing the top leaders have been under the radar of the liquor gate probe. Let's go to Abhishek Kapoor, who is joining us in a executive editor. Abhishek, I'm coming to you right now. Kejriwal has sent a very long letter, and he has mentioned many details. Take a view through what the letter says, the kind of argument that Kejriwal is making for to ED for the summons that he has been issued.
All right, 5-page response, and it would be interesting for the viewers to understand what Mr. Kejriwal is saying. He is essentially saying that it is not clear about whether Mr. Kejriwal's personal attendance is sought as Chief Minister, as convener of the Aam Aadmi Party in his personal capacity as Chief Minister, or as someone who helms the Aam Aadmi Party or is the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo. And that's the basic premise from where that begins. And then he goes on to say there seems to be a problem. The earlier summons are similarly worded. The ED has not bothered to respond to his raised in response to earlier earlier summons. He's suggesting that there seems to be an element of motivation in the manner in which the investigation is being carried out. He's saying of mala fide, given the fact that the summons are leaked to the media even before they reach him. He's suggesting that communication. He has asked some questions which the ED had to respond to. And that's why he says that this closure and non-response approach, arrogance and obstinacy and tantamount to assuming the role of judge, jury and executioner. So instead of responding to whatever the Enforcement Directorate wants to and to submit himself to process of law, Mr. Kejriwal is actually making very strong accusations against the law enforcement agency. And I'm again going by the communication that Mr. Kejriwal has sent to the Enforcement Directorate. Point number 9, in fact, says that the elections to the Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha from the state of Delhi, as in for the members of Rajya Sabha from the state of Delhi, are happening as we speak. 3rd January, that is today, is the process of election starts and is going to be completed by 19th of January. And he, as the convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, is needed to be part of the process, to supervise, to guide the process so far as his party is concerned. He also said at point number 10, that being the Chief Minister of Delhi, is quite occupied with preparation for several programs and functions for the Republic Day also, which happens to be. And in these circumstances, he says that I hope I shall act by transparently and fairly considering my objections. So he has said that please consider my objections. Consider that I have preoccupations first with the Rajya Sabha elections and then the Republic Day events, and hence I cannot come. And then says if you respond to my questionnaire and in the meanwhile if you want that you can be satisfied with the written reply to whatever questions you, then he is more than willing to help. He has not said anywhere that he can submit himself physically to questioning at a later stage. He is saying that I am busy. If you want, send me a written questionnaire and I'll give a reply, and that should suffice. And he has used of the PMLA, which is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and said that his personal appearance is not required. So in a way, in effect, Shivangi, Arvind Kejriwal effectively has refused to appear in person. This is the 3rd summon. Remember, there can be many more. This is the process can go on till the time that the ED decides that enough is enough, and then they have to follow it up with whatever process is available in terms of issuing warrants and to summon a person with the force of the what. What is important is that as now, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has chosen not to appear in person and be questioned about the motivations of the intention and to question the intention. Enforcement Directorate calling it judge, jury and executioner, and to tell the enforcement officer it has been addressed to Joginder, who Assistant Directorate in the Directorate of Enforcement in the Ministry of Finance, and the address is Bhavan, which is at the APJ Abdul. And as I mentioned, gone on to say that, like in the case of earlier summons, so in this, I am not coming, seems motivated. This says investigation which is being carried out for vexatious considerations, and so first answer the question, and then maybe I can answer whatever questions you have.
Right.
Shivangi.
Well, Abhishek is getting us all the details. Abhishek Kapoor getting us top updates. And Abhishek, I just want to know what has happened in the past, because, you know, we kind of did expect that Kejriwal would be skipping these summons, because in the past he's always his ministers who are in Liquorgate net already, because we see in the past Sanjay Singh or whether it be Manish Sisodia, he has stood up for them. But after they were implicated, there seems to be a little bit of downturn confidence that Arvind Kejriwal has right now. So much so that, is it a possibility, is that the reason why he's not turning up for the summons?
That's going to be a legal response, and obviously it is up to the Aam Aadmi Party to frame the legal response, Shivangi. But what is important is that the first summons was issued on 2nd of November 2023. At that time, Mr. Kejriwal had said that he was busy with the election dates. The second summons was issued on 20th of December last month, and that time he was supposed to appear on 21st of December, but he passed on a course in Punjab, and he a course began exactly on November, so that was the excuse. And this time, today, in fact, the process for elections to the Council of Estates or the Rajya Sabha from Delhi and the Delhi by MPs is beginning today and going to go until 19th of January, after which he would be busy for a week with the 26th January Republic Day festival. As Chief Minister, he is involved in the process. So that is the reason why he is not going. So first summon he was, second summon he was busy with the Vipassana course, and the third one is again busy with the elections. And obviously by the time 26th January is over and there would be budget session of the Delhi Assembly also, and then the general election cycle. So effectively there are two more summons after a gap of 20 days. You can expect to be along similar lines. And as I said, this is a conjecture, but I'm saying that this is a possibility that Mr. Kejriwal could give. But what is important is that he has said that he is willing to a questionnaire sent by the Enforcement Directorate. Physical presence is not needed, which means there is an indication if this is followed by a few more summons by the Enforcement Directorate, as is the process, it's unlikely that the Delhi Chief Minister and the Aam Aadmi convener, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, is going to do those summons.
This happens to be a very, Abhishek, because we have seen kind of politics and what I've seen with both the Aam Aadmi Party and press con, and bringing Liquorgate to the Liquorgate was something that a lot about on Republic TV got information, the connections between some key players. Till now, the Lok Sabha election seem to be a very and key point, Abhishek.
Well, Well, you see, we don't know whether for the Enforcement Directorate that's going to be a consider. There are state elections, there are Rajya Sabha elections, but for a political party, obviously, insofar as accused already in custody is you are right, Shivangi. The fact is that right up to the Supreme Court, applications of Sanjay Singh, of Manish Sisodia, of which they have been rejected, and seen how in the specific instance of Manish Sisodia just a month and a half back, we had the Supreme Court of the country saying that there seems to be a money trail, a scam. We can't give bail Manish Sisodia. Happened to be the excise minister at that time, remain in judicial custody. So obviously there are issues with the policy scam, and the buck stops typically Supremo Enforcement Directorate. But then there which Arvind Kejriwal has found, which is that the end has to clarify whether he has been accused or a witness, because that's not clear from the summons. As he has been called as the convener of the Aam Aadmi Party. So I think there is a play of words there. Surprisingly, the third time the ED has the same summon, not clarifying that position which Arvind Kejriwal once plugged. So whether there is something between the agency and its legal team, or whether this is part of a process, a normal process he wants exhausted, is something to wait and watch. Maybe we can get Shawan and try to understand why this is happening, that every time Kejriwal gets an opportunity to arbitrate whether he has been called as a witness and that plug that till Mr. could respond, and I think he in this comment made it clear that he is not appearing in person at all unless the ED responds to his questions, questionnaire which he can give a written reply.
Abhishek posting a stop update have gone an exact letter where Kejriwal has applied to in the reply. Kejriwal has called the ED summons illegal.
Right, let's move on and get you that big story of Arvind Kejriwal. He's been summoned several directorate in the Delhi liquor policy, in which his own party leaders have been arrested. His own party, the scanner, and Arvind Kejriwal has written to the enforcement questioning the need for a summons by the Enforcement Directorate, which is probing this particular scam. Here are some responses that came in surrounding Kejriwal refusing to the agency.
ईडी ने या केंद्र सरकार ने ये नहीं बताया कि वे अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को किस हैसियत से बुला रहे हैं। ना वो गवाह हैं, ना वो अभियुक्त हैं। ईडी ने तक साफ नहीं किया। टाइमिंग सवाल उठते हैं। ठीक लोकसभा के चुनाव से पहले जब सारे दल सरकार लोकसभा की तैयारी कर रहे, उन चुनावों की कैंपेन से पहले मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को गिरफ्तार करने की साजिश केंद्र सरकार कर रही है, ताकि मुख्यमंत्री लोकसभा में ना जा पाए, उनको जेल कर दिया जाए।
चुनाव के नोटिफिकेशन रहे हैं और हेमंत सोरेन के ऊपर के जो सहयोगी है उनके ऊपर इस समय छापा पड़ रहा है और छत्तीसगढ़ में चुनाव के समय झूठा आरोप लगाया गया पर, और ईडी के गलत नोटिसेस गए, वहां पर दबाव डाला गया, वही विपक्ष के साथ किया जा रहा है। और विपक्षी अरविंद केजरीवाल जी तो इलीगल है, समझ के उन्होंने कहा होगा कि इलीगल है, लेकिन यह बात तो सच है कि इन सारी एजेंसियों का जो काम था न करके के ऊपर दबाव बनाने का ही काम किया कर रही हैं।
निश्चित तौर पर जो लोग राजनीति में आने से पहले ईमानदारी की दुहाई देते थे, आज सबसे बड़ी बेईमान पार्टी आम आदमी पार्टी बनी है, जिनके एक नहीं अनेक मंत्री जेल में है। उप मुख्यमंत्री अब मुख्यमंत्री के मामले में ईडी के समन को बार नकार के हाजिर नहीं हो रहे हैं। इससे स्पष्ट दिखता है कि कहीं ना कहीं दाल में कुछ काला है, या तो पूरी दाल ही काली नजर आती है।
जांच एजेंसियां आज ईमानदार भ्रष्ट को काट रही हैं, उनसे की जो गाड़ी कमाई है मांग रही हैं, लेकिन कट्टर बेईमान अरविंद केजरीवाल जो कभी ये कहते थे कि भारत से भ्रष्टाचार ना है, ये दीमक है राजनीति का, वो भ्रष्टाचार गए हैं। जिन गलत फहमी है, ये गुमा है के ऊपर संविधान की आपने, तो आपको तो चाहिए कि ईडी के पास स्वयं जाएं और बही दें और दिखाएं कि आपने कोई भ्रष्टाचार, कोई पाप नहीं किया। लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल को लगता है कि जो भ्रष्टाचारी अरविंद केजरीवाल कहे,
Kejriwal choosing to away from the investigation into the liquor scam. Why is he not? What is it that he's fearing? Has he got something to do? Questions. Let's not forget that Mr. Kejriwal is the supreme leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. It's the government of Delhi as the chief minister of Delhi. His colleagues are in jail for the scam. They are not getting. And Mr. Kejriwal, by not investigation, is sending out perhaps people, and they will be prone to believe that he has lied, and he doesn't want the truth to come out. Let's not forget, it is Mr. Kejriwal that scrapped the old policy. In the new policy, when allegations of nepotism came, of favoritism came, of exchanging hands, of the fact that the procedure was not followed, they immediately scrapped the new policy and brought back the old policy. Mr. Kejriwal and his government has much to answer.
Today, Kejriwal has skipped the summons also. चोर की मूंछ में तिनका जरूर है. The hide, therefore, he's acting like an absconder and like a criminal. Perhaps he knows that all of this victimhood card, this card that it is being done deliberately to target us, is not giving any results. Courts have not given bail to Manish Sisodia. Courts have not given bail to Sanjay Singh. Vijay Nair is in jail for 1 year. And the court have established there's a money trail. And the courts have said that there's no political vendetta. Despite that, they play the same stale political targeting card. Congress party or ally has said that this case is genuine and you have done corruption. Are they also doing political vendetta against you. Instead of answering the specific questions on Sharab Ghotala, why you have given 2.5% commission to 12% commission, why you have allowed private sector to come into wholesale, why you have allowed blacklisted manufacturing companies to come in, how you have allowed thousands of crores of profit to go to the Sharab companies. Instead of answering this question, instead of telling us about the corruption that you have done, which was masterminded by you, because if there was no corruption, why did you take the... Instead of that, today Arvind Kejriwal has done a complete political... Under Anna Hazare, he used to say, first istifa, then janch. For Lalu Prasad Yadav, for Mulayam Singh, for Sonia Gandhi, for Rahul Gandhi. And today he says, I will not cooperate with the janch. This is the complete political conversion of Arvind Kejriwal in the presence and company of Lalu Prasad Yadav and DMK leaders like Bon Moody, who have been convicted for corruption.
आपने जितनी रेड करनी है कर लो, आपने जितने समन भेजने हैं भेज दो, आपने लोगों को गिरफ्तार करना है कर लो, आखिरकार सच्चाई आज नहीं तो कल पूरे देश के सामने आएगी। आम आदमी आपकी धमकियों से डर नहीं लगता है। आम आदमी पार्टी के नेताओं को जेल जाने से डर नहीं लगता है। हम भारतीय जनता पार्टी शासित के सरकार के खिलाफ लड़ते रहेंगे, चाहे ईडी और सीबीआई की कितनी धमकी आ जाए। थैंक यू। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने जो चिट्ठियां ईडी को लिखी हैं, उसमें बार बार कहा है कि सबसे पहले आप हमें यह बताइए आप हमें किस तौर पे बुला रहे हैं। अभी तक ईडी का कोई जवाब नहीं आया। दूसरी बात, उन्होंने ईडी को यह स्पष्ट तौर पे कहा है कि अगर आपके कोई ही सवाल हैं तो आप वो सवाल एक क्वेश्चनायर के फॉर्म में हमें भेज दीजिए, हम आपके सारे सवालों का जवाब दे देंगे। लेकिन आज तक ईडी ने एक भी क्वेश्चनायर अरविंद केजरीवाल जाए, इसलिए ये बिल्कुल कि जो ईडी ये समन भेज रही है वो ना सिर्फ गैर कानूनी है, वो 100% राजनीति से प्रेरित विपक्ष को खत्म करने की एक साजिश है।
Ma'am, there seems to be in dichotomy in the stand of Aam Aadmi Party. On one hand, you don't cooperate ED in excise policy case. On the other side, you're getting a stand with the summon.
हमने बहुत स्पष्ट तौर पे कहा है कि ईडी का कोई भी तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को के तौर पे भेजा जाए। लेकिन ऐसा क्या सवाल है जो वो कागज में लिख के नहीं भेज सकते? ऐसा क्या सवाल है जिसके लिए उनको अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को समन ही करना है, तो ईडी के ऑफिस ही बुलाना है? ये बिल्कुल साफ है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को लोकसभा के चुनाव से पहले गिरफ्तार करने की साजिश है। ये विपक्ष पे हमला करने की साजिश, क्योंकि अगर ये सिर्फ सवाल जवाब की बात होती, अगर वास्तविक तौर पर केजरीवाल जी से कोई होती तो वो उनको एक क्वेश्चन आयर भेज देंगे।
और झारखंड में क्या छोड़ के देखना होगा।
Statement coming in from the Atishi Singh is that news conference saying that ED could have well sent a questionnaire to Arvind Kejriwal, this as he has skipped the third summons that have been sent by the ED, the Aam Aadmi Party, that continues to allege political vendetta, saying that it is also so that Arvind Kejriwal does not campaign in the upcoming elections. Atishi Singh also saying that where Kejriwal does fear arrest, and also the reason that they say that a questionnaire could have Arvind Kejriwal. This as the BJP now said that Arvind Kejriwal is absconding like a criminal and what possibly stop facing and cooperating with the probe.
घबराए हैं, ये मनी मन कह रहे हैं लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे, भ्रष्टाचार ईडी के पास है ताकत, संविधान, जांच एजेंसियों आप कट्टर बेईमान अरविंद केजरीवाल पे भारी, ये सवाल सा है जो अरविंद केजरीवाल भारत राजनीति में ये कह के कि किसी पे आरोप लगे तो इस्तीफा दे दो, ईडी उनको पहला समन भेजती है नवंबर 2023 में। अरविंद केजरीवाल स्वयं को दे के कहते हैं मैं कट्टर ईमानदार, संविधान की आपने शपथ, तो आपको तो चाहिए कि जाएं, खाता और बही दें और दिखाएं कि आपने कोई प्राप्त नहीं किया। लेकिन अरविंद को लगता है खाता ना बही, जो भ्रष्टाचारी अरविंद केजरीवाल कहे वो ही सही। एक चिट्ठी लिखते हैं वो, और वो ईडी को कहते हैं कि अपना समन वापस लो। आजाद भारत के इतिहास में ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ होगा जांच एजेंसी को कहा हो कि मैं तुम्हें आदेश देता हूं, भ्रष्टाचारी पापी अरविंद केजरीवाल ईडी को कहता है कि समन वापस लो। अब ये भी लिखते हैं कि अभी देशों में विधानसभा चुनाव हैं और मैं बहुत बड़ा नेता हूं, स्टार कैंपेनर हूं, इसलिए मैं समन का करूंगा और मैं चुप रहूंगा। ये बात और है कि आंकड़े कहते हैं कि मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान और छत्तीसगढ़ में नोटा से के वो लेकिन जो आज मुख्य मुद्दा है हम उस पर रहेंगे। तो पहली बार अरविंद केजरीवाल जब थर-थर कांपे, घबराए, तो उन्होंने बहाना बनाया चुनाव का। फिर एक और समन दिया गया। ये 21 दिसंबर 2023। इस बार अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कहा, देखिए मैं विपासना योग के लिए जा रहा हूं, मैं नहीं आ पाऊंगा। ये कहना रत नहीं होगा, करते लोग कर रहे हैं केवल शराब की काली कमाई का भोग। यही सत्य है। उसके बाद एक और सब जांच एजेंसी ईडी ने ये हुई थी कि अगर थोड़ी अरविंद केजरीवाल में बची है, कानून के प्रति उनका सम्मान अभी जीवित है, तो वो जाएंगे और सारे प्रश्नों के उत्तर देंगे। हम तो हमेशा कहते हैं अगर आप नहीं तो डरना कैसा। दूध का दूध और शराब की शराब हो जाने दीजिए, सत्य सामने आ जाने दीजिए। लेकिन आज बहाना आया, लोकसभा चुनाव है, इसलिए हमें परेशान किया जा रहा है। नहीं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, एक बात आप भी जान लीजिए, जनता ये जान चुकी है आप कट।
And viewers, the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is opting to once again abstain from appearing for the ED some questioning in Delhi excise case. Kejriwal was summoned concerning money laundering case associated with excise policy. Earlier, the ED had previously issued summons to Kejriwal on November 2nd and December 21st, but he refused to appear before the federal agency on both occasions. The is calling the summons. BJP is asking why is Kejriwal escaping interrogation. Listen to some of the reactions coming in on this story.
या केंद्र सरकार ने ये नहीं बताया कि वे अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को किस हैसियत से बुला रहे हैं। ना वो गवाह है, ना वो अभियुक्त है, ईडी ने अब तक साफ नहीं किया। टाइमिंग पे भी सवाल उठते हैं। ठीक लोकसभा के चुनाव से पहले जब सारे दल और केंद्र सरकार खुद लोकसभा के चुनाव की तैयारी कर रही है, उन चुनावों की कैंपेन से पहले मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को गिरफ्तार करने की साजिश केंद्र सरकार कर रही है, ताकि मुख्यमंत्री लोकसभा चुनाव की जा पाए। उनको जेल में बंद कर दिया।
तो चुनाव के पहले सीए का नोटिफिकेशन करने जा रहे हैं और सोरेन के ऊपर के जो सहयोगी है उनके ऊपर इस समय छापा पड़ रहा है और छत्तीसगढ़ में के समय झूठा आरोप लगाया बघेल जी के ऊपर और ईडी के गए वहां पर दबाव डाला गया और वही विपक्ष के साथ किया जा रहा है और विपक्षी गठबंधन में अरविंद केजरीवाल जी भी हैं। तो इलीगल है, सोच समझ के उन्होंने कहा होगा कि इलीगल है, लेकिन यह बात तो सच कि इन सारी एजेंसियों का जो काम था वह न करके विपक्ष के ऊपर दबाव बनाने का ही काम किया कर रही है।
And hearing out the BJP has now asked, what is Kejriwal scared of? Why summons time and again? Listen in.
निश्चित तौर पर जो लोग राजनीति करने से पहले ईमानदारी दुहाई देते थे, आज सबसे बड़ी बेईमान पार्टी आदमी पार्टी बनी। एक नहीं अनेक मंत्री, उप मुख्यमंत्री जेल, मुख्यमंत्री भ्रष्टाचार के मामले में ईडी के समन को नकार हाजिर नहीं हो रहे हैं। इससे स्पष्ट कि कहीं ना कहीं कुछ पूरी दाल ही
आज ईमानदारी से भ्रष्टाचारियों से है उसका हिसाब मांग रहे केजरीवाल जो कभी एक कहते थे कि भारत से भ्रष्टाचार को खत्म करना है, ये दीमक है। आज भारत राजनीति का वो भ्रष्टाचारी दीमक बन, इनको ये गलत फहमी है कि गुमान उनसे ऊपर हूं। संविधान की आपने शपथ ली है तो आप ईडी के पास और वही देख कि आपने कोई भ्रष्टाचार, कोई पाप नहीं किया। अरविंद केजरीवाल को लगता है खाता ना बही, जो भ्रष्टाचारी अरविंद केजरीवाल कहे वो ही सही।
Mr. Kejriwal choosing to run away from the investigation into the liquor scam. Why is he not cooperating with the summons? What is it that has he got? These are important questions. Let's not. Kejriwal is the supreme leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. He heads the government of Delhi as the chief minister of Delhi. His colleagues are in jail being investigated for the scam. They are not getting bail. And Mr. Kejriwal, by not cooperating with the investigation, is perhaps a message to the people, and they will be prone to believe that he has something to hide and he doesn't want the truth of the liquor scam to come out. Let's not forget, it is Mr. Kejriwal's government that scrapped the old policy, bought a new policy. In the new policy, when acts of nepotism came, of favoritism, money perhaps exchanging hands, of the fact that the procedure was not followed, they immediately scrapped the so-called good new policy and brought back the old policy. Mr. Kejriwal and his government has much to answer.
Viewers, getting some big breaking update coming here to Public TV, and what we know so far, viewers, is that the Republic has accessed Kejriwal's reply to ED. Remember that Kejriwal has once again, he had decided to abstain from appearing for the ED for questioning in the Delhi excise. Right now is the top update coming in. The party and Arvind Kejriwal to abstain from appearance Delhi. And we see that accessed Kejriwal's reply to ED, what he has said so far. Just to exact from what in this say, a surprise that have once again the same formatting any response to my earlier. We'll put that entire reply on your screen for your viewers. But Kejriwal has replied back to the ED and Republic TV as entire reply. We'll put that up on the screen for you to take you through exactly what it has said. Remember, huge controversy has already erupted with the Kejriwal missing and skipping the ED summons. In the case now, this is the third time that Kejriwal has gone ahead and he has skipped the ED summons once again for the third time, viewers. So, top update coming on Republic TV. Kejriwal has said that Arvind Kejriwal has said that he's willing to cooperate with the ED, but they argued and the summon to facilitate arrest. So he's saying that Aam Aadmi Party has said time and again that he's but the agency's notice is illegal, and the intent of Arvind Kejriwal is what the Aam Aadmi Party has been maintaining about the ED summons. And time he has said that this, but he has that entire note, the reply of Arvind Kejriwal to the ED, and he has raised some objections. Entire letter which we have got for you. So those objections are on your screen right now, where he has mentioned, especially saying, read it out, objections that he has raised. He said, "I'm surprised that you have once again sent for without giving any response. Therefore, I assume the reason for issuance the same to Harsha. You know, the previous access the entire letter, and he once again highlighted the same thing that he has been saying again. He is saying that there has been no justification, valid justification, for why he should appear before Harsha. Take us through the details and what else has he said at letter.
So there's a second summon which was issued in Kejriwal, and there are several allegations against the Aam Aadmi Party. But the second time where Arvind wanted and is clearly stated this one is politically motivated and clearly mentioned whether he or Aam Aadmi national convener. And that is clear. And summon was just request for Vipassana. And therefore, because ED summon being politically motivated, not coming, and he will not appear the Directorate. He also stated that enforcement has to clearly clear cut and mention that in the seasons they are summoning and that is the reason why Arvind Kejriwal in front of Enforcement Directorate. Also, I can summon to enforce to Arvind Kejriwal. CM till now he has not appeared that it is politically motivated. There is no allegations against Arvind Kejriwal, and it is all being done just because Sabha 2024 elections still are being staged, and therefore it is also the rift between in the Alliance Party, and that stop him from campaign. This entire thing is being done by enforcement, and that is in front of the agency questioning. So he has this letter also. And the first summon was issued by Enforcement Directorate. Arvind Kejriwal that responded through a mail and letter appearing in front of his enforcement stating that politically motivated. Now we have to vote very which will be issued, or whether ED will take some other step.
We are again right from Harsha. Let's take a once more. Arvind Kejriwal has skipped reply to on your screen. That he is not clear if I'm someone and the summons appear to be nature of role inquiry. So, top update coming on Republic TV, where Kejriwal is telling to eat. Valid reason was given for summons, and which is very vague in nature. So that Public TV, and as we keep getting you more updates, let's tell our viewers exactly what is happening at this point of time. What we see right now is also presented a four the objections is raised for the ED summons. We'll take you through happening, but this is the top story that we are track Public TV. So Kejriwal is saying that no given to the earlier letter, and we're also seeing that ED is not coming out, maintaining secrecy and silence over has he been summoned. So that's a top update coming to Republic TV. We are getting you top updates. So we'll be tracking the story very closely here on Republic for more of our reporters to join and help what is really happening. Kejriwal has once again given a reply to the ED, and Kejriwal has time and some excuse or the other not turned up for the ED summons. Viewers, will have a breaking and we go back to our top story. Republic has accessed Kejriwal's reply to the ED, and remember that Kejriwal has now called the ED summons illegal, even written interest argument. In fact, Kejriwal skipped the ED summons, and he has also done this earlier. So that is the top story we're tracking right now. Republic once more. We skips ED summons policy case. Right, the entire letter has been accessed by Republic TV. The letter that he has written to the entire summon illegal. He has also said skipping that ED should reply to him, and they have not replied to the earlier inquiry sent. He's also in Republic Day celebrations. Reply to the ED. He has also asked ED to reply back in the letter and has to tarnish his reputation. Now, time and again, Kejriwal in the past has also is a minister of the party in the Exar who have been under the radar. He has always said that is and does even we are seeing leaders under the radar of the liquor gate program. Abhishek Kapoor, who is joining us in a studio, senior executive editor. Abhishek, now, you know, he has Kejriwal reply very letter. If you could take a viewer says kind of argument that Kejriwal is making coming for the summons that he has been issued.
All right, so it's a 5-page response, and it would be interesting for the viewers to understand what Mr. Kejriwal is saying. He is essentially saying that the summon is not clear about whether Mr. Kejriwal's personal attendance is sought as Chief Minister of Tanveer as or some the Aam Aadmi Party or is the Aam Aadmi Party, and the basic and then there seems to be a problem. The earlier summons are similarly worded. ED has not bothered to raise queries response to he is suggesting that there seems to be a political investigation is being carried out. Malafide, given our leak before he said just communication. Some question the two, and that's non response of entering the role execution responding to what directorate and to submit himself to process of law. Mr. Kejriwal with accusations, law and that Mr. Kejriwal sent to point number at elections to the Council of State. That is a state of Delhi, as in for the members of Delhi, as we that is the process of is going to be completed. And the is needed to process to supervise to so far as Mr. Delhi in planning and preparation for sanctions. They also 327 circumstances will act as per law by transparently and fair objections. So he considered that I have first objections and then with and then says questionnaire. In the meanwhile, you can be satisfied. You have, then he is more than willing to help. He is not said anywhere that he can submit himself physically to questioning at a later stage. That if you want, send me a written, I'll give a written reply, and that should suffice. And he has used some provision, which is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and said that his personal appearance is not required. So in a way, in effect, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has refused to appear in person. This is the third summon. Remember, there can be many more. This is a process, can go on till the time that the ED decides that enough is enough, and then they have to follow whatever process is available in terms of issuing warrants. And to with the force of the warrant, but is that as of now, Mr. Arvind not to appear in person, to raise questions about of the entire investigation, and to question the intentions of an Directorate, calling it judge, jury, and executioner, and to tell the Directorate officer it has been addressed to Mr. Joginder, who is Assistant Directorate in Enforcement of in the Directorate of Enforcement, and one which Alarm Road. And he has gone on to say this of Arvind. Coming seems motivated. This invest carried out for considerations, and so you first, since maybe I can answer. Right. Shivangi.
Yeah. Although we're getting a, I mean, just about pass, because we Kejriwal skipping the summers. He's all his ministers are in liquor gate net all the Sanjay. So stood up for them, but we saw it. There seems to be a turn in the confidence right now. So much so that is not turning up for the.
Well, response, and obviously it party to frame their legal response. What is important is that the first summon was issued on 2nd 2023. At that time, said that he was busy with the elections going on in the 5 states. The second summon was issued on 20th of December, and that time he, in fact, he was supposed to appear on 21st of December. He chose to go for the Vipassana course in Punjab, and the Vipassana course began exactly on 21st of December, so that was the excuse. And this time he's saying that today, in fact, the process for elections to the Council of States or the Rajya Sabha and the Delhi election MPs is beginning today and going to go on January, after which he would be busy for next January Republic Day activities, because the government is involved in the process. reason why he's going. So first the elections, second he was busy with, and the third one he's busy with. Obviously, by the time 26 and budget session, Delhi Assembly also, and then of course the general election. Effectively, if you look at summons of 20 days each, you can expect to be along the similar lines. And as I said, this is a conjecture, but I'm saying that this is a possibility that Mr. Kejriwal could give. He's waiting for a questionnaire sent enforcement at his visit, which means there is an indication, even if this is followed by few enforcement process, it's unlikely that the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party national convener, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, going to submit his comments.
This happens to be a very story. A big story because the kind of politics I've seen with both the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP holding press conferences and bringing to the fore. Liquorgate was something that a lot about Republic TV got information. The key players now and before elections. This does seem to be a very and key point here, isn't it, Abhishek?
Well, you see, we don't know whether enforcement to be a consideration. There are state elections, there are general, but for a political party considerations, already in concern. You are right, Shivangi. The fact is that right to the Supreme bail of Sanjay Singh, of ministers, of we had Supreme. There seems to be a money to be a split. We can't give bail. So the other deputy chief minister happened to be the excise minister at that time to remain AD. So obviously, with these policies, can given the stop the Supreme, the Enforcement Directorate, then the whole which Arvind Kejriwal has, that the Enforcement Directorate has to clarify whether he has been called as an accused or a witness, because that's not whether he has been called as chief minister, whether he has been called as a convener of the Aam Aadmi Party. So I think he did it, and surprised the ED has issued the same in that position which Arvind Kejriwal was. So there's something between the agency and legal team over process. Normal process which the agency wants exhaustion is so much. Maybe we can get Shawan and try this is happening that every time Arvind Kejriwal gets an opportunity to ask then why the agency is not clarifying whether he's been called as a witness or an accused. I think plug the gap. But having said that, that gap there, Mr. Kejriwal to respond in a similar manner, and I think in this communication I made it clear that he is not appearing in person as the ED responds with the answers to his questions and question which he can give a written reply to.
Thank you, Abhishek, for joining us here. Abhishek Kapoor, executive editor, getting us in as we have gone ahead. We have got a letter where Kejriwal was applied to the ED. In the reply, Kejriwal has called the ED summons illegal and invalid.
All right, let's move on. And Kejriwal, he's been summoned